Hello and welcome back. Today something a little bit different. I am waiting for a couple of parts for my exhaust, so I thought I'm going to do something else. Because I don't know the condition of any of the components of the engine, I will go through everything that's reasonably easy to actually check and maintain. And I thought I'm going to have a look at the starter. So first off, very quick disassembly. It's quite easy for it to come out, and then we're going to move on to the bench, and we're going to take it apart, inspect it inside, give it a bit of a clean, and I'm assuming I will have to paint it as well. Just future-proof it a little bit, tidy it up. So first things first, the cover's only held on 2 bolts, dead easy. I've loosened them up already, so I'm going to undo these by hand. Like so. Cover pops out. It's clean underneath. It's one good thing. That will need to be redone. Probably not re-chromed, but yeah, not great. Starter, not a great condition either, to be honest. So I will probably be giving it a really good scrub and repaint just to get rid of the corrosive bit. To remove the starter, it's just those 2 screws in the back, bolts in the back. They are 10 mils. Some copper slip on it, very nice. Thank you, previous owner. Same here, thank you very much. Now, I'm not sure how your cable is going to be routed, so there are 2 clips you need to undo on the engine to release the cable. Mine was hanging down, so the only thing left for me to do is just to nudge it out towards the engine, because you have the gearing in here, so it needs to come out, and there is a bit bigger O-ring on it, so it might be a little bit tight.
Two hours later.
There we go. Made a mess of things. That eventually does come out. Now edge it upwards, feed the cable through, and wriggle it out. And that's the starter out. Just. All right, let's move on to the bench. Right, so here we are. Pull the rubber back to see check the condition of the mounting here. Everything looks good. It was well protected, so we're not going to be touching that. So basically, to take it apart, it is just those 2 very long screws through here. So hopefully that's not going to cause us too much grief. Might be famous last words as well. So let's have a look. Oh, it might. Right. So, nothing's easy. Bit of seafoam and a bit of heat, otherwise I don't think these will actually go. So that's one. This one doesn't want to.
Thousands of tears later.
Well, that was an absolute nightmare, but it is what it is. This one's fine. Don't lose the washer. And this one, I had to slice. There we go. Yeah, I had to slice the top with a Dremel. Not great, but that's a part now. We can move on to the bench. Now, I'm not going to say that this will be easy, because every single time I said that this will be easy, it wasn't. And a reason I really wanted to have this apart well, you'll see it anyway. Is this minus this. So all of that that's a bit mucky. I didn't realize it's just a 2-brush motor. These are not ideal. These are like a FJ12 that I had on the if you have a look on my channel on the FJ12 build, at one stage I might have been moaning about it. The 2-brush motors offset like that. They have to spin around quite a bit before they catch on again, so to speak. So it's better to have like 4. So on my FJ12 I use the XJR1300 starter, which is way more powerful. But so we have, what do we have here? We have a ton of dust, which is not great. It definitely didn't help. Don't lose this, that goes on here. So if we give it a push, these will spring in. There we go. And you should be able to pull everything out. And at first glance, this is not a healthy looking starter. So I'm quite pleased I actually took it apart. In terms of the brushes, I think they are quite okay so far. Well, so far for now. There's plenty of them left, so I'm not going to be touching that. But if you ever need to replace these, because they do wear, that's partially where that comes from, or mostly. You can buy these, and it's literally just one screw to secure them in, and then you just have to fiddle with the spring to take them out and push the new ones in. Inside, I'm not going to be touching these. I will probably just give it a clean inside. But I'm most concerned is the condition in here. It's rubbish. That will just, I'll just give that a general tidy. But that will show you a trick how to clean it, but you'll have to buy something. Let me quickly find it if I can. In my magical box of all things electrical. Right, this is a stick of fiberglass. I'm actually not sure where you can get these from, but it is just a stick of fiberglass. What you do Just cut it at an angle, and when you start rubbing any copper contacts, it sort of starts burning almost, but it's absolutely fantastic for cleaning copper contacts. I mean, the difference is really amazing. So you can go and clean all those contact areas, and it doesn't take a long time with this, and it's you can use it for all things electrical, any connections that you have. That is absolutely brilliant for cleaning them up. It really comes out really nice. So yeah, I'll do that first, shall I? I don't think that's going to get any better than this. It's clean, fairly smooth. The paper I used, that was 600 grit, so fairly fine. Now to put it all back together, you have the 2 washers plus a whatever you call that, shield. Then this goes on like so. This goes in like so. Now this end, like I said, you got the washers as well. And push everything together, and in here you'll have to get the brushes out of the way, and it's going to slide in just like that. Very easy. And not sure if you can see this. There's plenty of brush left on this side, plenty here. It's not going to be a problem for a long while, to be honest. So with that, the only thing left to do is put the O-ring back in. Like so. And I've forgotten to clean this up. So, to put the top back on, you pay attention to those 3 nipples here, and that's that groove. You have these 3 pieces of metal, and that one sticking out for the groove, and that's where they need to meet up, and a bit of a wiggle. So now you just need to match the holes and these buckets together for the screws. And once tightened, that'll be it. I'm not going to tighten it because I will be painting it, cleaning the surface and repainting it, so I'll leave it as is, so I can actually work on the surface of the casings. But yeah, that took 3 times as long as I thought it would. But that's roughly what you can do to maintain your starter, clean your starter at least a little bit. Of course, when you see that your brush is already worn, you can replace them. If you see that this O-ring is knackered, and I can feel that it's protruding nicely still, it's going to seal, you can replace that. But apart from that, it's not a great deal of rocket science around the starters. Fairly sure it's going to be happy now. Might actually bench test it, see if it works after all that messing about. Right, other than that, thank you very much for watching. It was a little bit messy, but maybe hopefully it's going to be worthwhile for some of you who will try to do the same thing. Hopefully won't make as many mistakes as I did, and it's going to be smooth sailing for you. So yeah, thanks again. If you enjoyed watching it, please give us a like, give us a subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you soon in the next one. Beautiful.